Supplement to The Haunted Island by E.H. Visiak. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Read by Ben Tucker. Supplement. The manner of my preservation from the haunted island, as well as other particulars, may seem to many of my readers incredible, and some perhaps will not stickle to brand the whole relation as a fabulous tale. I can only say, and I do aver it, that herein I have set down nothing but what really fell out in my experience, described nothing but what I really saw in my brief sojourn on the island, which is a misfortune one way, leaving some things inevitably obscure. As to what happened to me after my escape in the pirate bark, 'tis beyond the drift of my relation, since nothing further transpired concerning the island itself. Indeed, as I believe, 'twas not only utterly devastated by that dreadful eruption and conflagration, but sunk to the bottom of the sea. And, as one returned from those parts did tell me, there goes a rumor amongst seafaring men of an enchanted island at the bottom of the sea. Perchance it was set on foot by those pirates who escaped with me, for certainly we alone survived. I owed my preservation from their hands at first mainly to the fact that they were always fuddled with drink. Like a drunken ship, she drove in fair weather and foul, with only her topsails abroad, our course, if a course it can be called, being generally westward. At length, after many days, and when both our drink and victuals were nigh consumed, we drove blundering ashore upon an unknown and uninhabited island. This brought the pirates to their senses, and having no more drink to befuddle themselves with, they began to amend, and took thought how to preserve their lives. In this time also they took a notion into their superstitious heads, that 'twas for my sake they had been miraculously preserved, so that I was, as it were, the contrary to a Jonah unto them. The ship had grounded on a shoal in calm weather, and not being stuck very fast, we contrived to float her off. Having anchored her, we went all on shore, to fill our jars and to lade cocoa nuts and plantains, and afterwards loosed to sea again, committing ourselves to the conduct of God, for there was not a navigator among us, and we had quite lost our reckoning. At length we came to another island, where we anchored again, filled our jars, and laded more cocoa nuts and plantains, and so on from island to island, sometimes suffering dreadful privations in the vast desolate sea, when we despaired in our minds of seeing land any more, sometimes at imminent peril of our lives from savages and cannibals, yet marvelously preserved, until at last, having wandered about for above 2 years, by the mercy of God we came to the island of Mindanao, of the Philippine Islands, whence we stretched across to the coast of China, towards the Isle of Macao. Here was a Portuguese ship about to sail, and I went on board of her, but the pirates remained behind. From Lisbon I got me a passage to Plymouth, and so home to Clayton Manor, where with my father, the squire, I dwell unto this day. End of Supplement of The Haunted Island. End of The Haunted Island by E.H. Visiak.